evening, everyone. I'm Brian Allen.
I'm Andrea Anderson. For the third time in 6 years, South Dakota voters could be deciding whether to legalize recreational marijuana. The group behind the last two efforts is making another run for 2024.
But as we told you last week, a second ballot measure is in the works. Cordell Wright caught up with the person who drafted it to learn more about why he believes it's necessary. It is our top story here tonight.
The question is no longer should we legalize cannabis for adult use, but how should we legalize cannabis for adult use?
Emmett Reistroffer, the chief operating officer for the Sioux Falls-based medical marijuana dispensary Genesis Farms, drafted this most recent measure to legalize recreational cannabis in South Dakota. The measure would allow anyone 21 years old or older to possess, grow, sell, use, and distribute marijuana. It would also authorize the Department of Health to issue dual licenses to medical marijuana dispensaries, allowing them to sell marijuana to anyone over 21.
I just think it's important that voters consider that really the black market is the competition, and it does not benefit South Dakotans for cannabis to be bought and sold on the streets where it's not tested, it's not taxed. It may be coming in out of state. It may be coming in off tribal lands. It may be grown illegally in your neighborhood. You just don't know where it comes from.
Reistroffer believes his measure is more comprehensive than the one proposed by the group South Dakotans for Better Marijuana Laws, specifically in terms of distribution.
Making sure that the supply chain is regulated and that dispensaries are licensed and regulated to sell cannabis as well. The other initiative does not address the supply chain or the sale of cannabis, and that's really the key difference between the two initiatives.
Recreational and medical marijuana both passed in the 2020 election, but the South Dakota Supreme Court later struck down the recreational measure as unconstitutional for violating the state's single subject law. Reistroffer is confident his proposal would not hit the same roadblock because it doesn't deal with hemp the way Amendment A did in 2020.
When I went to draft this initiative, I paid very careful attention to the opinions that were issued by the Supreme Court justices in the Toom ruling regarding the single subject.
If approved, the measure would need more than 17,000 signatures to appear on the 2024 ballot. For now, Reistroffer is keeping his eye on the other measure.
I don't think anybody who is putting in their time and effort and money toward cannabis legalization wants to see two separate initiatives. It's certainly possible, but it's highly unlikely. As long as the other initiative is making progress and is on track to hit the ballot, I don't think my initiative is going to move forward.
If he decides to not move forward, Reistroffer says he's content with continuing to provide for medical patients.
I just cannot reiterate enough. We need to focus on the patients. Those are the folks who need it for medical reasons. Those are the folks who started this movement. And those are the folks who we shouldn't forget about.
In Sioux Falls, Cordell Wright, Dakota News Now.